The voice beneath the floor. I moved into the old house on Cinder Road in early autumn. The air was always damp there, not misty, not foggy, just damp. Like the air itself hadn't dried in decades. The realtor had smiled too much when she handed me the keys, as if she were relieved to be rid of it. It was cheap, though, too cheap. And when you're broke, cheap starts sounding like lucky. The first night, I didn't sleep much. The floors creaked with every gust of wind, and the radiator moaned like it was in pain. But at around 3 a.m., I heard something new, a thump. Not from upstairs or outside, but beneath the floor. I froze. Another thump followed. Then, a faint dragging sound. I remember thinking, maybe an animal. But the sound was rhythmic. Measured. Like someone shifting their weight, dragging themselves closer. I pressed my ear to the floor. I don't know why. Curiosity, I guess. And that's when I heard it, a voice. It was faint, hoarse, and close enough that I could hear the tremor in each word. Help me. I jerked back so fast I hit my head on the nightstand. The sound stopped. The house fell quiet again, as if it had been holding its breath. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The next morning, I convinced myself it was the pipes. Old houses groan, right? Maybe the water pressure created a sound that just seemed like a voice. By evening, I'd forgotten it enough to unpack the rest of my things. But when I pulled the rug away from the bedroom floor to clean, I noticed something. A square outline in the wood, like a small, hidden door. There was no handle, no hinges. Just a thin, uneven gap between the planks. And when I pressed my palm to it, the wood was cold. Too cold. I didn't open it then. Not yet. That night, the sound came again, louder this time. Thump. Drag. Thump. Drag. The same voice, raspier now. Please, open, please. I sat frozen on the bed, phone in hand, thumb hovering over the flashlight. I told myself, go. Just go downstairs. Leave the house. But I didn't move. The voice was crying now, muffled, but desperate. And against every instinct I had, I lifted the rug again. The air above the outline felt wrong. Heavy. Like static before lightning. Who are you? I whispered. The voice paused. Then, very slowly, it said, You know me. I didn't. At least, I thought I didn't. But the way it said it, the way my stomach twisted, it was like hearing someone pronounce your name in an empty hallway. The next day, I called a carpenter. He came by around noon, a big man with kind eyes. When I showed him the floor, his expression changed. Was this part of the inspection? He asked. No, I said. I didn't even see it before. He crouched, tapped the edges with a small hammer, then frowned. This isn't a normal hatch. Looks hand-cut. Probably sealed later. He pried at one corner with a crowbar. The wood splintered, releasing a puff of dust that smelled like old iron and wet earth. And then he stopped. Jesus, he muttered. There's something under here. He shined his flashlight down through the gap. I knelt beside him. At first, all I saw was dirt. Then, a shape. A small, curled figure. Pale skin. Tangled hair. It looked like a person. The carpenter scrambled to his feet. "Call the police," he said, backing away. "I'm not touching that." The police came. They taped off the room, questioned me, left for a few hours, then came back with an expression I'll never forget. They told me there were bones beneath the floor. Small ones. Female. Probably there for decades. The coroner guessed early 1970s. No ID. No clothes. Just bones, and a small silver locket. They asked if I'd found anything else in the house, notes, photos, journals. I said no. But when they left, I found something on my nightstand. A locket. It was old, dented, but it matched the description. Inside was a photo, a young woman, maybe 20. And beside her, a child. A little girl. I didn't recognize the woman. But the girl. The girl had my face. Not just similar, exactly my face. Same birthmark beneath the eye. Same crooked smile. I dropped it. The locket hit the floor with a metallic ring that seemed to echo through the whole house. Then, from beneath the floorboards, the voice returned. This time, it was clear. No static. No distortion. Just soft, trembling words. "You left me here." I screamed and ran outside. I didn't stop until I reached the gas station down the road. The cashier looked terrified when I stumbled in barefoot, shaking. He called the police. When they came, I told them everything, the voice, the locket, the outline. They went back with me. But when we opened the door to my bedroom, the floor was gone. Not the hatch, the entire floor. Bare beams stretched across a pit that descended into dirt and shadow. And the smell, thick, earthy rot, hit us all at once. Inside that pit were many shapes. Not just one. Dozens. Small bones. The officer gagged. I remember him muttering, "My God," before backing away. They evacuated me from the house. It's been weeks now, but I still hear the voice sometimes. Not from beneath the floor anymore. Now it comes from below my bed. It whispers the same thing every night, closer each time. "You left me here." And sometimes, when I look into the mirror, the reflection of the girl in the photo smiles back before I do.